Good morning. Once again, welcome back. So this is the second part of the video of the lesson, The Piper of Handling, the third lesson of your literature reader. So in the first PPT, already the summary, the information about the author, all these things have been covered in the first PPT. In this PPT, we will be concentrating on the poetic devices. So children, we can have a quick recapitulation on poetic devices. That what do you mean by a poetic device, or what do you mean by a literary device? So it means the tools used by the poets or the writers in order to attract the reader. So as in the case of in films, they use the special effects and everything. So in writing, the writers will be attracting the audience through the use of words. They arrange the words, they pattern the words in such a way that it will attract the reader. So we have already covered this poetic devices and everything in other chapters also. So in this chapter, what we learned new is like, we are coming across three figure of speech or poetic device or literary device. So these are onomatopoeia and then simile and then personification. Okay, so onomatopoeia is called, so this is, it is like here the words are used to create vivid images of the actions described throughout the poem. So that means like when you say the word itself, okay, or when you say the word itself, you get a picture of the action. You get a mental picture of that action. So for like it is the figure of speech, it evokes the actual sound also of the thing they refer to describe. Actual sound. So when I, for example, when I say like the door banged. So when I say the word bang itself, we get the feeling of the actual sound of that thing is produced through the use of this word bang itself. When I say like water splashed, so when I use the word splashed itself, here also what happens is like, when the use of the word itself describes the actual sound of that thing. So there are many words here, like in this poem, which Robert Browning uses, like so which belongs to this figure of speech, that is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, and here there are like see this is here itself like shrill notes, muttered, muttering, grumbling, rumbling. So all these words, when you say itself, it evokes the sound of the thing that they refer to uh, describe. Now, the second one is simile. Now, what do you mean by a simile? Simile is another figure of speech or poetic device uh, that you can see in that is very common in many poems or writings. So it is also a figure of speech. Okay, here it will be comparing two things using the words like or as. Okay, it will be comparing two different things, comparing two different things using the word like or as. So I repeat, simile is a form of figurative language in which a comparison is made between two things, but there will be something in common for these two things, and you will be using the words like or as. So here, when I say like he fought like a lion in the battle, he fought like a lion in the battle. So he is compared to a lion. So what is common between he and lion here? That is the braveness. Okay, bravery. That is common between lion and him. So here, and it is compared using the word like. So when I say like her hand is cold as cucumber. So here also like her hand is compared to cucumber, and what is common between them both? Coldness, and that I have used the word to compare it. I have used the word like as. So the simile is used to describe an item, situation, emotion, or action by comparing to something else in order to make the statement. And then what is the purpose of using a simile? What is the purpose of using any poetic device? Just to make it more creative and artistic. So when used as a literary device, a simile can give a more emotional and complex feel to a piece of writing and enables the author to better convey the description by using the type of figure of speech as a comparison. So that is like, when you use simile or when you use onomatopoeia or when you use personification, any poetic device that you use, the purpose is just to attract or to get to give a more touch, to give a more feeling to your writing. So these are some more examples for similes. Like here it is comparing two different things using like or as. So here it is, you can see like busy as a bee. So busy, like something like, for example, when I say like he is busy as a bee, so he is compared to bee using the word as. Okay, so her teeth sparkled like diamonds. So her teeth is compared to diamonds here. It is compared. So both have one thing in common. What is common here? Sparkling. Sparkling of the teeth and then diamonds, the sparkling of the diamonds. To compare, I'm using the word like. I'm hungry as a beer. So when I say like I'm hungry as a beer, again I'm using that hungry, which is common for both of us, and comparing it using the word as. The ground is as flat. The ground is flat as a pancake. So the flatness of the ground, which is common for the flatness, which is common for the ground and also for the pancake also, and comparing it using the word as. So here you can see like two different things are compared, and one thing is common between these two things. One character will be common, and it is compared using the word like or as. So if you have read the poem, also you can see like there are many things that are common. I mean, where the writer has used similes, like in the first stanza, like when it is, we have already explained it, like his eyes, like to blow the pipe his lips he wrinkle, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkle, like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. So here this is a simile. Why? Because his green and blue sharp eyes, it is compared to a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. So the twinkling, that characteristic, it is common for the eyes as well as that of candle flame. Okay, so it is, and it is again you can see the use of the word like. And towards the second verse also you can see like, and like fowls in farmyard when barley is cackling. So here also like the children are compared to that birds in farmyard, okay, who come to get this seeds like barley. Coming to the next figure of speech, that is personification. Personification is when you give human qualities and human characteristics to an object, animal, or idea. That means we are giving some human qualities to a non-human thing. So that is called personification. So you can see like personification. In personification, we give a human trait to a non-human thing. Human trait, like human characteristic, will be given to a non-human thing. So, for example, there are many examples here. The leaves danced on the wind. Leaves danced. How can leaves dance? Okay. So, but yes, the writer will be using it to get your attention. The leaves dancing, which is the the characteristics of a human being or the ability of a human being, which is given to a non-living thing. It is given to the leaves. Next one, like my heart was competing with my head. So again here also, like the competition or competing, again the trait of human being, the competing nature and everything, it is given to heart, non-human thing. Okay, it is competing with my head. Okay, so again there are some more examples for personification, like the brutal wind who lead the tree into giving up its autumn leaves. So the brutal wind is given the nature of brutal nature of human being. It is given to the wind, which is a non-human thing. Again, bullying, again the characteristics which is related to that of human being is given to the non-human thing called like the tree. Okay, so these are some of the examples, and in the poem also you can see like when Robert Browning uses pipe uttered, uttering the human quality or the human nature is given to a non-human thing like pipe. So this is called personification. So personification in short means giving the trait of giving human trait or human characteristics to a non-human. So that is the end of this video. Uh, so in this video, the poetic devices have been covered, whereas in the first video, the summary and the information about the author is done. Now the notes also will be uploading. We will be uploading the notes also in Teams, so you can make a file of it.